Collegians win game 1 against the Colorado Springs Outlaws here in this doubleheader on this Wednesday afternoon. UC Health Park playing host, and we're just about ready for game 2. Everybody gets loosened up. Wait a moment to get everything started. Those of you ready to watch, wander back to your computer wherever you may be listening. But the Collegians won game 1, 4-1, thanks to an excellent start on the hill from their newest member, Shane Cavallo. He went 6 1/3 innings, gave up the 1 run. That came in the 7th inning when he was already tired out, but he was terrific. Game 2 just about to get underway. Jason Sugar gets the start for Colorado Springs against Zach Given. We saw Given for a couple of pitches in the end of game 1, and he starts game 2. Sugar ready. Here's his first pitch to Braden Roybal, in for strike 1, and away we go with game number 2. Roybal back in the leadoff spot in the second game, though in a different position defensively. Takes ball 1 inside.
That one almost hit him.
Roybal out in right in this second game. 1-1 pitch. Fouled away. Ethan Jordan and Trey Goodman alongside you from UC Health Park. Glad you're with us. We've got some big news to share with you in just a little bit, but we'll let everybody get back and make sure we have our full audience before we share that with you. 1-2. Misses downstairs. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
You know, Boulder's on a winning streak, but you really got to feel like they got to do something this game offensively.
Comes inside. 3-2 to Roybal. They started game 1 with 4 runs worth of offense, and well, you just heard me read off the score, 4-1. Yeah, that's right. They did not score the rest of the ball game. 4 runs in the first, shut out in the subsequent 6 innings. Roybal ground ball up the middle. Going to be a long play for Heffelbauer's throw, not in time. And Roybal is aboard. A base hit to start the ball game. And, well, if you want to get your offense going, getting the leadoff guy on is the best way to do that. That's what the Collegians have done here. Brings up Brady Rink. We said he might get into the field in game 2. That is the case. Getting the start at second base. Pick-off move to first. Goes beyond the bag, past Olsen. And up to second goes Braden Roybal. Well, the best way to start your offense is to get your leadoff man on and then move him into scoring position.
You know, I haven't seen too many games this season, but what I've noticed from Colorado Springs is they don't like to have runners on their bases.
Most teams don't. First pitch to Brady Rank, squares the bunt, pulls it back. Ball 1. Coming at you in 2 different mediums this afternoon. Radio style over Mixler as well as on YouTube. You can watch the ball game. Pitch comes in to the inside part of the plate. Strike 1 for Brady Rink. Count even 1 ball and 1 strike. Roybal at second. He singled and reached on a knee 1 and then moved up to second on a knee 1. Rink leans out of the way of a pitch, but it's in there for strike 2.
Yeah, we may have a little wider strike zone here in game 2.
Of course, the umpires switch spots between games, so different umpire. Got to get used to his zone. Of course, strike zone should always be the same, but that realistically is not the case as Rank leans again out of the way of a pitch, and he's punched out. That was a good pitch from Sugar that came and just brushed the inside part of the plate low in the zone, and Rank is gone on strikes. Nick Arrivo, the hitter. Arrivo in his usual location out in left field. First pitch. Outside for ball one. Man on the
Boulder
hill.
bench responding to that pitch.
Yeah. Jason Sugar, man on the hill, a graduate of Lewis Palmer back in 2019, and now currently attends the Air Force Academy. Line drive to right at the right fielder Bates. There's the second out. So in 2020, Sugar made 5 appearances for the Air Force Academy, 20 strikeouts in 18 innings. Can't argue with those numbers. His best start, he went 5 2/3 innings and struck out 11 batters.
That's pretty good.
John Sorensen be his next task. Sorensen takes strike one. Sorensen was at second base last game. He moves to third in game 2. Oh, 1 on the knees for strike 2. Sugar, if he can really perform for Colorado Springs, they've got a good top of their pitching staff with him and Brady Chobun. We saw Chobun against the Collegians the other day. Ground ball to second and a routine throw to first to retire the side. So the Outlaws fare better here in game 2 in the first inning. They get the Collegians nearly in order and record no score. Still scoreless. On to the bottom of the first. Outlaws up to bat when we come back on the Collegians Broadcast Network. Bottom of the first inning, no score from UC Health Park in Colorado Springs. Hi again, everybody. Ethan Jordan and Trey Goodman with you. We move a little deeper into game number 2. Collegians won game 1 4-1. Moved them to 7-1 in the RMBL. Dropped Colorado Springs down to 2-6. Zach Given pitched to the last batter of the game, rolled a double play in game 1, and he gets the start in game number 2. First pitch from the left-hander just misses. Pretty good-looking pitch to Bryce McKee, the usual leadoff man and center fielder for Colorado Springs. Started game 1 in that position and does the same in game number 2. 1-0, misses high and outside. 2 balls and no strikes. Given out of the University of Massachusetts, just wrapped up his freshman year there out in Amherst. His 2-0, swing and a miss.
Excellent pitch there.
Came back with a fastball after going down 2-0, but didn't really leave it too center cut. Worked it up in the zone a bit, and McKee couldn't catch up to it. 2-1. Looked like he might have taken something off with the changeup. It's 2-2. Two pitch. It's outside and high. 3 balls and 2 strikes. He takes one off the hands, fouls it back to the screen. We'll do it again, 3-2. Payoff pitch given to McKee. Here it comes. Chopped foul out of play past the plate. We'll do it again, 3-2. You know what? I think that one might have gotten a piece of Jake Given behind the plate. The umpire decided to take the ball out himself, give McKee, or rather, Given a little bit of a breather behind the plate. It's common courtesy when the guy gets hit with a foul ball. Jake appears to be all right. Given to Given battery for the Collegians. Rest of the defense looks like this. Brendan Nolte at first. Second base is Brady Rink. Cherokee LeBeau at short. John Sorensen at third. There's ball 4 to Bryce McKee as Zach Given loses him on a full count. A runner aboard for Scholes. We saw him come in towards the end of the first game and gets the start and hits second in game 2. Toby Scholes, left-handed batter from the Colorado School of Mines. Fouls it away. It's 0-1. Outfield for the Collegians, same as it usually is. Nick Arrivo in left, Luca Dincola in center, and Joe Ungaro in right. Or rather, pardon me, no Ungaro in right. Got a different guy out there. It's Braden Roybal, pardon. Roybal moves from third to right in this game. 1-1. Pitch misses to Scholes. Toby's an interesting case. His first 2 seasons at the Colorado School of Mines, he was mostly a pitcher, and that's what he thought he was going to be. Throw down to second as the runner takes off, and Bryce McKee swipes second base. Pitch was called strike 2. So 1 ball and 2 strikes to Scholes. But this season in 2020, Scholes decided, you know what, the pitching isn't really working out for me. I'm going to switch to being primarily a hitter. And, well, it paid off for him. He was a .313 hitter with 4 home runs before the season was called off. Gets in it on the hands and fouls it away. Colorado Springs gets him on their team via the fact that he once played high school ball down here at Pine Creek. 1-2. Inside, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Was the Colorado Springs Metro League Player of the Year his senior year. So definitely someone that these Outlaws were looking to pick up, and they're glad he's on their squad. 2-2 right back to the screen, and we'll do it again. McKee at second. He walked and stole a base. Nobody away in the bottom of the first inning. No score from UC Health Park, Boulder Collegians, and the Colorado Springs Outlaws. Check on the runner at second. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Breaking ball that didn't really break the way Given was looking for, and another full count.
Well, you hope he finds his command here soon. This thing can get out of hand. think you're going to see Colorado Springs be a lot more patient at the plate this game.
3-2. Swing and a miss from Scholes. An excellent pitch. Pulled the string on him. Scholes was out in front, and he has gone on strikes. A big strikeout here in the first inning for Zach Given.
Yeah, that was definitely needed. Nice job.
Parker Gregory the next batter. Or rather, his brother, Riley. Riley out of UCCS. Fouls it away. It's 0-1. To Gregory. Fastball in for a strike around the knees. No balls and 2 strikes now to the former UNC Bear. He started his collegiate career up in Greeley or transferring back down to UCCS. He said it is somewhere closer to home that he could go to school. That's how the Outlaws picked him up. 0-2. Just outside. A ball and 2 strikes. Two and two. A breaking ball dives outside.
Yeah, he's not getting that outside corner currently.
Pitch tipped into the glove. That's strike 3. So back-to-back strikeouts for Zach Given. You're in the first.
That was a very big out.
Now he's an out away from working out of trouble, but he'll have to go through Alex Bates to do it. Bates back in right field for Game 2. Started out there in Game 1 and was involved in one of the odder plays of the matchup. First pitch fouled back to the screen. Fly ball down the right field line that it looked like he caught and then lost the ball on the transfer, but they ruled it an error. And it allowed the Collegians to add on a couple more runs in the first inning. 0-1 from Given. Fastball swing and a miss. And it seems he's found his command with that pitch.
Boy, if he can keep that going, he's going to have a good day.
Last couple of batters, he's been able to spot it low in the zone. See what he has in store for Alex Bates on 0-2. Left on right matchup with the southpaw Given on the mound. The right-handed hitting Alex Bates. 0-2, here it comes.
Right on the corner there.
Good looking pitch, and just like you said, Trey, right there on the corner, just a little bit off of it. It's a ball and 2 strikes to the UCCS right fielder Alex Bates. 1-2. Fouled away. McKee at second. 2 away for the Colorado Springs Outlaws in their half of the first inning. No score. And Zach Given trying to keep it that way. One-two pitch. Inside and low. Counting at 2-2 on Alex Bates. Runner gets caught. Late steal to third from McKee. Tried to catch Given napping, and he pulls in safe.
Yeah, you just got to bear down here on this batter and call this inning over.
So the second stolen base for McKee. Swipe second, and now he's on third. 2-2 on Bates. Strike him out. That steal doesn't matter. And Alex drives one into the gap to left. Arrivo going over. He'll make the catch to end the inning. So a little bit of trouble caused by the legs of Bryce McKee. The Collegians aren't bothered by it as they get out of the inning. Still scoreless. We'll head to the second. Collegians up to bat when we come back. Blankenship, Nolte, and Given in the inning for the Collegians. No score, top of the second inning. UC Health Park, Colorado Springs, the Boulder Collegians, and the Colorado Springs Outlaws. First pitch to Doug Blankenship misses outside for ball one. Blankenship continued his hot streak at the plate in the first game, reaching base twice, including an RBI triple in the first inning of that one. As such, he's in here as the designated hitter. Swing and a miss, it's 1-1. And you got to wonder how that affects a guy catching the first game and then coming in as a DH in the second. Obviously, the strain is not nearly the same, but still he's probably a little bit tired out there. And swings and misses a good pitch from Sugar that really buckled the knees of Doug Blankenship, and he's down 1-2. 1-2, swing and a miss. Again, Blankenship waves at a breaking ball, and a little housekeeping down to first. And that will be the first out of the inning.
Yeah, both of those last two pitches had him fooled. He was down on his knee.
Brings around Brennan Nolte. Nolte moving down in the order in game 2. He was involved in that play we discussed earlier. That was that fly ball down the line that was ultimately ruled an error. First offering, Nolte gets underneath of one, hitting it into shallow right field down the line. This is a long run, and Bates isn't going to get there. Nolte motoring around first towards second, throw gets away, and wisely Brennan will stay right there, even though Mark Goodman is pointing get to third base. Nolte is not the fleetest of foot, and it was probably a mistake for him to go for 2. Going for 3, he might have gotten gunned. And who knows, maybe he was wary after yesterday when he got thrown out by a country mile trying to take third base. Either way, he's aboard at second. Credit him with the single and then the E9 rather, to reach second base.
Well, that's a good start here at least.
That was very similar to the play that was that error we talked about. It was a little deeper, and as such, Bates was able to get to it. Jake Given, in his first at-bat of the afternoon, takes ball 1 high. Another afternoon into evening now as we're past the 5 o'clock hour in Colorado Springs. 1-0 to Jake Given. It's outside, 2-0. Both he and Zach are out of the University of Massachusetts. 2-0. Given swing and a miss well behind a fastball. Well, he's getting up to game speed. He spent 7 innings on the bench in game 1. Breaking ball misses high. Given's in a good hitter's count. Given in the exhibition game against the Rough Riders, he played in left field, didn't catch, but he was able to reach base 4 out of the 5 times he came to the plate. Breaking ball drops in for a strike. Gutsy pitch on 3-1, but pays off for Jason Sugar. Count full to Jake Given. Brennan Nolte stands at second base, as previously mentioned. Not going to blaze around the base paths. Given swings and misses and has gone on strikes. Given had been in a slump before the game against the Rough Riders yesterday, and we thought that might help him break out of it. We'll have to see. Cherokee LeBeau, the next man to come to the plate, and he's down in the order even further in game 2 than he was in game 1. Newly back from injury for the Collegians. Talking to him between games, he says he feels good. The injury isn't bugging him. He just says, I forgot how to hit. He's just frustrated with his hitting. Doesn't feel like he's doing everything correctly at the plate, trying to figure out what's going on. And, well, such is baseball. You can be feeling perfectly fine and just something's there and you can't figure it out. 2-0 to Cherokees. He takes one downstairs.
Well, he could get himself pretty well right here with a single, bringing this run.
He's in a good count to do just that. 2 balls and no strikes. Sugar ready, and the Air Force product delivers in the dirt, gets away from the catcher, and up to third goes Nolte. And now 3-0 on Cherokee LeBeau. Wonder how much he'll see to hit on 3-0 with first base technically open. And the bottom of the order and Luca Dincola coming up. That's downstairs, ball 4. So for a guy who, when you're trying to get back into the swing of things like LeBeau is, oftentimes guys will get a little swing happy, go after everything they see. Rather, LeBeau stays patient here. Even on 3-0, that pitch was pretty close. So good patience, and he draws the walk. And there's runners on the corners for the center fielder, Luca Dincola. First offering is on the corner for strike 1. Seen Sugar mostly utilize the fastball so far. Haven't seen all that many breaking pitches at all. First time through the order, that's not too much of a surprise. Oh, 1. Fastball right there. Again on the outside corner. That's a good pitch from Sugar, and it's 0-2. Going to have to take the bat off the shoulder and protect here on 0-2. Breaking ball, and he leaves the bat right where it is, and he has gone on strikes. He gets punched out to end the inning. So 2 base runners on, but 3 strikeouts in the inning for Jason Sugar, and he goes unscathed through the second. Colorado Springs looking to take the lead when we come back. Bottom of 2 coming up on the Collegians Broadcast Network. Bottom of 2 from UC Health Park in Colorado Springs, the Boulder Collegians and the Colorado Springs Outlaws. Justin Olson, the leadoff man for Colorado Springs in their half of this second, takes ball 1 outside from Zach Given. Given's next pitch is even further outside, and it's 2-0. There's a strike. 2 balls and 1 strike to Olson. Back at first base for game 2. Former standout here in the state. In high school, he takes the strike. Went to the University of Kentucky and has since transferred to the University of Southern Nevada. Battled some shoulder injuries throughout his career. 2-2 pitch. Comes inside and gets him on the wrist. He's hobbling away in pain. Now we'll walk down to first. Looks like he's okay. Those are always scary coming in on the hands of batters. Baseball isn't like football where you break your finger, you hurt your hand, you can still play. Baseball, when you swing a bat, your fingers better be pain-free, or that can get really just, it doesn't always work out because you're kind of wincing at the pain as you swing the bat, and you can't do that. So hand injury is always worrisome in this sport.
It was unfortunate. 2 strikes, and the ball just slipped.
Jake Grieving, the batter now. Left-handed hitter in the DH role. Flies one deep in the air to right. Roybal chasing back to the track just in front of the warning track, makes the catch. Throw back into first, not quite in time to double up Olsen, who had taken off. But there's one away. Nice job by Roybal to get to that ball.
Yeah, excellent job on that.
Now, a discussion between the umpire and the coach. They say that Olsen took off too soon and that you have to tag up whether it's a catch or not. I'm not entirely sure what they're talking about, because how would you ever get someone doubled up with a fly ball or a line drive? If I'm not sure. Either way, Olsen's still at first base. Oh. We're hearing that the batter passed the runner going around first. I guess that's possible, but the batter's out. Now, the umpire says that Justin Olsen is out. So again, the Collegians, some strangeness going on in right field, and
the double play.
A double play. Now they're going to put Olsen back on first. They say the batter runner's out. Well, I don't understand the reason to need to say that, and because the batter runner was already out on the fly ball to right. I'm not sure what the confusion is, and now Justin Olsen is back on first. He went back to the dugout, stood on the step, and then said, all right, now I got to go back. All right. And they're still discussing, and there's some laughter out of the Springs dugout with the confusion. And just to make sure you're on the same page as we are, Justin Olsen is on first base with one away here in the second inning, and Justin Risdall is the batter. Risdall takes strike one. Risdall getting the start at second base out of McPherson College in Kansas. 1-1. Ball's outside. One called a strike. We're starting to figure out what the explanation from the umpire was for, and it sounds like what he was just warning Colorado Springs that had that ball been dropped, because Grieving passed Olsen on the base paths, Olsen would have been out if the ball was not caught. Of course, it was caught, and that's what caused the confusion. So Risdall takes ball 2 outside.
That was kind of a teaching moment, I guess.
2-2. Right back to the screen. Risdall a little bit ahead of one. Took a healthy hack. Risdall this year hit .265 for McPherson. Here's the 2-2.
No.
That's just off the outside corner. 3 balls and 2 strikes. And this umpire, we've seen him before. He's usually very consistent with a pretty big zone. Not really giving anything on the outside part of the plate. Right back to the mound. Given will go to second for 1, and LeBeau will just hold on to it there. They get the lead runner. 2 away. And the batter, Nate Heffelbauer. Heffelbauer, the regular shortstop for these Outlaws. In fact, I don't think the Collegians have seen anybody else over there at position 6. Heffelbauer takes ball 1. Collegians own a 3-0 record against Colorado Springs took care of them in a doubleheader on June 12th, looking to sweep this one as well. Already won game 1 4-1. 1-0 to Heffelbauer is inside, 2 balls and no strikes. Heffelbauer in game 1 was 2 for 3 out of that 8 hole. So a solid performance down in the order. Takes a strike. Fastball that just was right across the plate. Heffelbauer taking all the way on 2-0. 2-1. Given not finishing a fastball and misses with it high. He's shown some sporadic command thus far.
Yeah, between that and the umpire not giving him that outside corner, he's extended his inning here.
3-1. Runner takes off, pitches outside, ball 4. Now things a little bit dangerous with 2 away and a runner in scoring position, and Mitchell Shaw, the batter. Shaw, another guy out of Air Academy. He's one of the younger guys on this Colorado Springs team. He just finished up his first year of college. Shaw takes a strike. Playing his college ball at New Mexico Highlands. It's in the Rocky Mountain Athletic Conference. The RMAC. It's Division II in the NCAA. Belongs Colorado School of Mines also in the RMAC. Fly ball to left. Arrivo coming in, makes the catch, and will just run the rest of the way to the dugout as that retires the side. So Zach Given again puts a couple guys on, but gets out no problem. And still no score as we move to the third here from UC Health Park. Collegians and Colorado Springs Outlaws still knotted up at 0-0 as we progress into the third inning. Collegians will see the top of their order in Braden Royball to start things. And Royball skips one off the lip of the grass going towards the infield dirt and over the head of the shortstop Heffelbauer for a base knock.
Excellent hit there, and, we've got, 8 innings of no scoring for Boulder, counting the last 6 from the previous, so maybe this will be our inning.
They've gotten it off to a good start. They did the same in the first as Royball had singled then as well. He's 2 for 2 in the game. But they spoiled the opportunity. Try not to do the same here. And I wouldn't be surprised if Royball's on the move. Try and put a little pressure on.
He's got a nice lead over there.
Not going. First pitch to Brady Rank, fouled away. Tried to stay on a fastball on the outside and just was a little bit late.
These are one of these games, second game of a doubleheader. Who wants it? Third inning, no score.
Oh, one from Sugar. That's just outside. A ball on the strike. Sugar has had his fair share of base runners on against him. Collegians have gotten a man to second in both of the first 2 innings, but haven't been able to do anything with it. 1-1. Comes inside, nearly gets a piece of rank. Back pick to first. Roybal wasn't that far away from the bag, and he dives back in easily safe. 2-1 on Brady Rank. Good count to run on if you're Braden Roybal. 2-1. It's outside. Ball's in a strike to Rank. Figure he's going to see a pitch. Just a matter of whether he has the take sign on or not. 3-1, I doubt it. When he's swinging away and grounds one into left field for a base hit. Chopped it off the dirt in front of home plate and got it into left.
Yeah, I think at this point, you got to get pretty aggressive at the plate here. Take control of the game.
Things are looking good here for Nick Arrivo. Runners at first and second and still nobody away. Nick hit the ball hard to left, or rather to right, but right at the right fielder, Bates, back in the first inning. Nick looking for his first hit today. Takes a changeup high for ball 1. That misses outside. 2 balls and no strikes. Arrivo in game 1, he got on base 3 times. He walked 3 times, but has not had a hit yet. Technically, he's 0 for 1 today, but he's done much more than that. Next pitch, fouled away. Arrivo went after one that was right on that outside corner. Pretty good looking pitch from Sugar, and Arrivo spoiled it.
Yeah, I like his aggressive swing there, though. Let's get something happening.
Yeah, I think Nick's a patient hitter, but I think he's tired of walking today.
Yeah.
He's ready to hit. Two one, here it comes. Breaking ball missed low. Arrivo in good shape, up 3-1. Knowing Nick, he's not going to try and do too much here. He'll load the bases with a walk if that's what's required. Three-one pitch. Breaking ball called a strike, and that was never a pitch Nick wanted to swing at on 3-1. Counts full. John Sorensen waits on deck. Runners at first and second, and a 3-2 count to Nick Arrivo. Here's the payoff pitch. Nick gets underneath the one, flies it to left. And the catch made by Scholes for out number 1.
Yeah, he just got under it a little bit. That was out.
John Sorensen will try and move those runners around. Ground ball to second for him in the first. Talked about in game 1, but Sorensen, a Gatorade Player of the Year here in Colorado for Rocky Mountain High School. Went to Kansas State. Has been out of baseball for a couple of years, but trying to get back into the game with the Boulder Collegians. Takes ball 1 inside. It's downstairs. 2 balls and no strikes. Again, Sugar falls behind a batter. He's been behind every batter save for Roybal, who singled on the first pitch. But the other 3 he has fallen behind on in the inning. Here he comes on 2-0, or rather a spin to first. And he's going to check on Roybal, and there is no one there to hold him on. Just making sure he's staying close. 2-0. Strike called on the outside corner. Back pick to second, and that was close for Roybal. And, well, we saw two guys get picked off from the pitcher's mound at second. It would be another thing to get picked off behind the plate. 2-1 the count to Sorensen. Pitch was called to strike. John rounds one to first. And right at Olson, who grabs it, tags the bag. There's out number 2. So it moves the 2 runners up for the good that does with 2 away. Of course, pass ball would now score the run. But they'll most likely need a hit from Doug Blankenship in order to bring Roybal across.
Well, we know he can certainly hit. He's due here.
Blankenship's had a good day at the yard so far. Would like to improve that further. One's in the dirt. Excellent block behind the plate from Gregory. Gregory saves the run. Now here comes the 1-0. Right on the outside corner. It was close to being too low, but called a strike. 1-1 on Doug Blankenship. Low and outside again, 2-1, and well, it's clear where Sugar wants to work against Blankenship. A low and outside. Two one, 3-1. That misses again, low and outside.
Yeah, I'm surprised he laid off that because that's been called a strike in an earlier inning.
3 balls and 1 strike to Doug Blankenship. No score in the third. Runners at second and third. And there's ball 4. Again, missing low. That one across the plate, but still beneath the zone. And that juices the bases up for Brennan Nolte. Nolte a single in the second. Another single would be just what the doctor ordered for the Collegians.
Yeah, we don't need any more LOBs here.
Collegians have left plenty of runners on base between the first game and this one. And a breaking ball misses low and outside to Nolte. 1-0. Nolte gets ahead in the count. Roybal at third. Downstairs, 2-0. Roybal at third, Rank at second, and Doug Blankenship at first.
Well, if there's going to be a strike thrown, it should probably be right here.
2-0. Let's see if Nolte gets something to hit. Here comes the pitch. He does not. That's high. 3 balls and no strikes and nowhere to put Brennan Nolte. And I imagine the take sign will be on and then some right here with the 3-0 count and the bases loaded. Here's the pitch. Nolte watches it. Ball 4, and that'll be a run. And just like that, the Collegians take the lead 1-0. Well, it's not the most glamorous RBI of Brennan Nolte's career, but he'll take it.
Well, at least we stopped the zeros from continuing.
Wait, Collegians finally push across a run in the third inning of this ball game. They hadn't scored since the first inning of Game 1. Still won that game 4-1. If you're just joining us. Jake Given will try and improve the Collegians' chances here in Game 2. Takes a strike. Base is still loaded. Ranked down to third. Blankenship at second. And Brennan Nolte at first. 0-1. Ground ball towards third. And a routine play for Shaw to end the inning. But the Collegians strike for 1, an RBI walk for Brennan Nolte. They lead it by that margin, 1-0, as we head to the bottom of the third inning from Colorado Springs. Collegians take the lead 1-0. That's the good news. The bad news is they left the bases loaded in that third inning, continuing a trend of leaving runners on base today. They've already left 6 runners on base here in this game. Keep in mind, we're in the bottom of the third inning. Game 1, they left 7 on. And that's not a trend you'd like to see continue. It's not sustainable. I've also seen some terrific pitching, and that's helped out the case as well. Zach Given's gone through 2 scoreless and on to his third inning of work, starting with the top of the order and Bryce McKee. He takes strike 1. Bryce caused all kinds of trouble in the first inning for the Collegians. He walked, then stole second, and stole third. I'd like to keep him off base right here. 0-1. Fouled away. No balls and 2 strikes. Given works ahead of the leadoff man, McKee. Oh, as we progress into the third inning, figure whoever is going to be watching or listening to the ball game is here now. So we have some excellent news that we can share with you. Given comes home with his 0-2 and misses high, ball 1. The Collegians, tentatively before the season, were hoping to play at Scott Carpenter Park starting in July. And, of course, with COVID-19, we didn't know what that would look like or how that would happen. So we've just been kind of tentatively in the back burner saying, well, maybe we can get to Scott Carpenter Park starting in July. The good news is we will be getting to Scott Carpenter Park in July. That's going to happen. The better news is that the Collegians will be starting games at Scott Carpenter Park sooner than that. And the other good news is Bryce McKee has gone on strikes as Jake Given punches him out. And McKee will have to take a seat. Given's third strikeout here so far. And I believe the first game of the season to be played at Scott Carpenter Park will be June 23rd. That's Wednesday. Or rather, June 23rd, that's a Tuesday, against the Cannonballers. So Scott Carpenter Park will be open for baseball here in 2020, and that is excellent news. 1 to Scholes, and he swings and misses. He's down 0-2. Now, of course, you're wondering, well, great, Scott Carpenter Park's open. Can I come to a ball game? And the answer is yes. Scott Carpenter Park will be open to fans. Of course, social distancing will be enforced. 0-2, swing and a miss. Scholes goes down on strikes. He waves at a pitch out of the zone. And there are 2 away.
Hey, who is this number 12 that showed up in the third inning?
Yeah, he's got his command going on now.
Yeah.
Have to deal with Riley Gregory. But once again, fans, we hope to see you out at Scott Carpenter Park. Legions will be, from what I'm told, offering some refreshments, swing and a miss from Gregory, bottled waters and sodas, and then perhaps pre-made hamburgers and hot dogs. We'll see on that. But I can tell you, you can get into Scott Carpenter Park and watch some baseball starting June 23rd. And another strike from Zach Given. He pumps in a fastball in the outside corner, well spotted, and it's 0-2. Given looking for a good third inning. Here's the pitch. Well, he was looking for the 3 strikeouts, and he overthrew that pitch. 1 ball and 2 strikes. He misses high and outside with the fastball. One, 2. It's outside and high again. 2 balls and 2 strikes. And to finish off this third inning, here's the pitch. Outside again. The count runs full. So Gregory went down 2 strikes and said, well, I better stop swinging at this stuff. And he's gotten it full, 3-2. Southpaw Given ready. Into his windup. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Buenos dias, buenos tardes, buenos noches. 1-2-3 on the strikeout for Zach Given here in the third. Oh, what an inning on the hill for Given. He looked like a different pitcher. And he works through the third, still scoreless. Back with the fourth inning in just a moment. Collegians with a 1-0 lead. Joe Pacheco will go to his bullpen in the fourth inning for Colorado Springs. New hurler on for them. It's Toby Welty. Collegian saw 2/3 of an inning worth of Welty up in Greeley on the 12th, and he got the two batters he faced. Big, tall, lanky right-hander. Attending Colby Community College. First pitch to Cherokee LeBeau is in for strike one. Be LeBeau, Dincola, and Roybal in the inning for Boulder. They went through most of their order in the third. The problem was they left most of that order on base. 0-1. It's downstairs. Ball and a strike. Well, or at least a third of the order anyway. Collegians have 4 hits, and they have even more base runners on walks. They just haven't been able to bring the majority of them around. Looks like they've had 7 base runners to this point. Only one has scored. 2-1. LeBeau lines one to third and hauled in by Shaws, who was right at him on a slow line drive. Well, that's looking better for Cherokee. He's been trying to square up and drive the ball a little more. Well, he got the line drive he wanted, but right at the third baseman, Shaw. The bottom of the order in Luca Dincola. Luca was a strikeout victim in the second inning. Oh, of course, a new pitcher in here. Takes ball 1. Two and 0. Misses. Welty on the mound. Originally played for Vanguard, which is out in California, NAIA school, before transferring to Colby Community College. And he's down 3-0 to Luca Dincola. Pitching is something that he has picked up in college. There's a strike. He was a two-way player in high school, but he was mostly known as a hitter. He only pitched 5 innings in his senior season. but since going to college has developed into a primarily right-handed pitcher. And he misses high to Dinkola, and there's ball 4. So Luca down to first, and Braden Roybal to the plate.
And once again, we got a base runner. We just got to capitalize on this.
Roybal, the lone guy to make it off of base and come in and score. He's had a good ball game thus far, 2 for 2. This is the chance for the Collegians to break out. This is it. That one misses in the dirt. Back pick to first, and Tinkola back in time. You've got the man on in front of the top of the order. He runs well in Dinkola. So if they're going to strike, this is the time to do it. New pitcher in, still getting his feeling. Try and get at him early. 1-0. It's outside. 2 balls and no strikes. Again, Welty falls behind a batter. Been behind all 3 guys he's faced. Here he comes on 2-0. Same location as last time, and 3 balls and no strikes to Braden Roybal. Walk would be good for the Collegians. Push that runner into scoring position. There's a fastball right down Broadway. Roybal just let it go. He's taken all the way. Why not? After the walk and then going up 3-0. Here's his 3-1. High outside, ball 4. And courtesy of the walk, the Collegians have 2 runners aboard for Brady Rank.
Boy, if there's an opportunity, it's right now. Got your first 2 guys on. Pitcher's really struggling. Looks like we got some clouds coming in. You mentioned it might rain this evening.
There is some late rain scheduled here in Colorado Springs. It was starting up north, so it's a good thing we're not playing in Greeley. But then it was supposed to come south along the Front Range down here. And well, hopefully it comes later rather than sooner. Dinkolan's at second, Roybal at first. Brady Rank to the plate to face Toby Welty. First pitch. Fastball on the outside corner. 4-strike 1. Rank a single and a strikeout thus far. Collegians trying not to leave some more runners on base. 1 pitch. Upstairs. A ball and a strike now to the Collegian second baseman. Rank from Longmont, graduated from Longmont High School. Many local guys on the Collegian squad. 1-1. Swing and a miss. Pulled the string on him. Well, he tipped it into the glove. Regardless, it's strike 2. Big pitch coming here to Brady Rank. Would prefer not to have 2 outs. Trying to move these runners around. 1-2. That's down low. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Rank got to play in a number of games for Westmont College before everything was called off. Made an appearance in 27. So one of the more experienced guys, at least in terms of this year. A lot of these guys got in 6, 7, 8, 15 games at most. Meanwhile, Rank played a full high school season. 2-2. Back up the middle, knocked down on the mound by Welty. He'll go to second for 1. Return throw to first is in time to end the inning. So again, the Collegians threaten and do not score. Rank hit it hard up the middle, but somehow Welty got some leather on it, knocked it down, picked it up, and gets the double play. Still 1-0 Boulder. On to the bottom of the 4th. Zach Given needs to have another inning like he did in the 3rd, as he hasn't had the run support he would have liked thus far. Things have certainly cooled off here in the Springs. Cloud cover really starting to move in. Collegians leading 1-0 over UCC or Colorado Springs Outlaws. Line drive to left field and a base hit for Alex Bates to begin his 4th inning. He is 1 for 2. Justin Olson up to the plate now. He was hit by a pitch in the 2nd. Collegians again leave 1 runner on thanks to the double play, so it doesn't count against them that much there, but just an unfortunate double play off of a line drive up the middle. It's knocked down by the pitcher. Again, the Collegians unable to score. Olson takes strike 1 from Zach Given. What we see, it's raining up in Boulder, so maybe it's a good thing we're not playing there today either. Currently here in the Springs, it says it's 72. It's dropped to lower than that. Line drive to right. Roybal comes in, dives, and makes the catch. Nice play by Braden Roybal running into his left. He makes the catch for the first out.
That was a big leg catch right there.
Sometimes you'll see an outfielder come in, he'll slide to make the catch, and those are difficult, but when you lay out full extension like that, that's even another level of difficulty, and Roybal makes the catch for a much-needed first out.
Yeah, that gotten by him. That run would have scored for sure.
Jake Grieving to take his chance at now. He's flown out once, and that flyout was another nice play by Roybal, who had to go back to the warning track and reach over his head to make the catch. No 1 on Grieving. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball and a good one. 0-2. That one coming in the hands, then diving back into the zone from Zach Given. See if he goes to that again on the outside here in the left-on-left matchup against Jake Grieving. Moved to first. Didn't look like Bates was going anywhere. It's back easily with his about 6'3", 6'4" frame. That's not hard to reach back to the base. 1-2 on Jake Grieving. Here's the pitch. Going back and over our heads. Out of play. 1 run on 4 hits for the Collegians. No runs on just the 1 hit recorded moments ago by Alex Bates for the Outlaws. Collegians have had their share of base runners. 9 of them in the ball game. Breaking ball popped high in the air, and that'll drift out of play. We'll do it again, 0-2. Brant Toledo out along the left field line, getting loose for the Collegians. You're even taking an extended look in here. Now he's ready. 0-2 pitch on the way. Slow roller up along first. An easy play for Brennan Nolte, who tags the bag himself. No chance to go to 2, and so Bates up there with 2 away. Justin Risdall ready for his second go-around. Hit into a fielder's choice back in the 2nd. First pitch. Fly ball, right center field gap, not particularly deep, and it'll be Rank who goes out to get it to retire the side. So another good inning on the mound for Zach Given. He's cruising through 4. See if the guys can get him some runs. 1-0 Collegians. So we head to the 5th.
6, 8, 9. Yep.
All kinds of defensive changes for Colorado Springs as we move into the 5th inning. Pitcher stays the same, however. Toby Welty fires in strike 1 to Nick Arrivo. Collegians up 1-0. They've had 9 runners on base, and only one of them has come across the plate. Trying to change that here with Arrivo. They'll take ball 1. So we'll try and get you these changes as we figure them out. New center fielder, new right fielder, and new shortstop. It's 2 balls and a strike to Arrivo. New shortstop is Aaron Burkhoff. We saw him pinch hit in game 1. 2-2 to Arrivo as he fouls it away. The 2-2. It's inside. 3 balls and 2 strikes. New center fielder is A.J. Carpenter. We saw him come in to game 1 in the later innings as well. For the broadcaster's sake, I am hoping they are just coming into their replaced positions spot in the batting order, but we'll see. There's ball 4. That one misses outside to Arrivo, and down to first he goes. The Collegians another leadoff base runner. They've had one in 3 of the 5 innings so far. Just a matter of moving him around, and John Sorensen will be tasked with doing just that. My guess is the new right fielder is Kit Wigington. Fly ball to right. Catch made out there on the routine pop. We got a number on that guy now, and it's Dylan Martel, rather. And he's that catcher we mentioned earlier that can play some outfield. So Martel, the new man in right, makes that catch. There's one away for Doug Blankenship. First pitch to Blankenship comes inside. One-0. Runner takes off, pitches high, throw down, not nearly in time. And Arrivo has second base. Another stolen base on the record of Nick Arrivo.
Yeah, he got a nice jump on that. He's certainly aggressive out there.
Yeah, you'll see him steal a lot of bags in that aggressiveness, but he's also aggressive running the bases on hits. See him try and stretch things quite often, and to Arrivo's credit, he is most often successful in doing that. 2-1 on Blankenship. Took a strike. Got to get that runner in from second. And taking a little too long for his liking. He'll step out. That rain we were talking about earlier, according to the forecast, which still says it's 72 degrees, so take that for what you will, says we shouldn't see that rain until late tonight or even tomorrow. Blankenship takes the strike. It's 2-2. Good news is we're not playing here tomorrow because it is supposed to rain a lot. Two and two on Blankenship. Runner at second and one away. Welty kicks and delivers. Blankenship goes down to get a pitch on the inside, flies it to left, drifting back on it and making the catch is Toby Scholes. And there's your second out. So again, the Collegians in danger of stranding a runner. And Brennan Nolte again going to try and knock the run in. He did so successfully in the third, drawing a bases loaded walk. He's been on base twice in this ball game. First pitch. It's outside for ball one. Oh, just across the knees on the outside. That would have been a tough pitch to hit, but called a strike. It's one you want to leave alone as a pitcher, as a hitter. Unless you're perfectly on time with that, you're just going to roll that over. 1-1, 2 balls and a strike. That one dips inside. Brendan Nolte, a chance to come up huge here for the Collegians. Clinging to a 1-0 lead in the fifth. Here's the 2-1. One flown towards left, and it'll drop for a base hit. Arrivo scores easily, and the Collegians now up 2-0 with Brendan Nolte coming through his second RBI of the day, and he has been the Collegians' offense.
That was a very nice hit and just dropped right in.
Finally, a break goes the Collegians' way, and you say, well, okay, they are winning this game, and they won the first one. And talk about the breaks going the wrong way. Well, things just haven't totally gone right, save for that one play out and right in the first inning. They've had to grind through these two games offensively. Now, granted, the pitching's been terrific. First pitch to Jake Given is outside for ball one. Glad you're along with us here on the Collegians Broadcast Network from UC Health Park. Ethan Jordan and Trey Goodman on the call with you. 1-0 to Jake Given. Here's the pitch. Right down Broadway, strike one. Given today, 0 for 2, strikeout and a ground ball. That all came against the starting pitcher, Jason Sugar. 1-1. Breaking ball that this is well inside. 2 balls and a strike to Collegians backstop, Jake Given. 2-1. Ground ball into the hole. Nice stop made at short by Burkhoff, but that's all he'll do is stop the ball from going in the outfield. No play at first. And Given is aboard with an infield knock.
Yeah, nice way to keep the rally moving here.
See a courtesy runner. Looks like it's Kieran Morris who did the courtesy running in game one. He'll do the same here.
Well, once again, we got two guys on base. We've seen that a lot this game.
Morris runs well. Nolte, and we give him a hard time for his running, but at second, not so much. Fly ball hit pretty well out to right field by LeBeau. And not able to make the catch out there in right. The 1 run will score. Around third comes Morris, and the Collegians take a 4-0 lead. Cherokee LeBeau finally coming through with that hit he was looking for. A double to right field. And the Collegians, well, they cleared the base paths. That's something we haven't seen too much tonight.
That ball hung up there, but it was moving, and I just think it gave the right fielder some trouble.
Martel, he read it pretty well. It just kept carrying. Off the bat of LeBeau, I have to agree with you. It looked like it was going to be pretty routine, and then it just kept going.
Well, and an advantage with 2 outs, you're running. So.
And Nolte was going to score anyway, and certainly helped Morris get in from first base. Legion's back to where they were in game one, up 4-0. Spreading it out a little bit more here in game two. I'd like to add a couple more runs onto that lead in this second affair. 0-2 on Dincola. He took a healthy hack at the first pitch he saw, fouled it back to the screen. And took strike 2. 2 is wide of third. Do it again. And that had to feel good. I know it's not a screaming line drive or anything for Cherokee LeBeau, but to finally get one down in the grass after being injured for a little while, just feeling like he didn't have it at the plate. Hopefully this gets him going for the Collegians.
Well, it changed the game big time at this point from 1-0 to 4. Or was it 2 at the time? Yeah.
Ball 1, and it was indeed 2 at the time, and now LeBeau That they signaled a balk on Waltz, and LeBeau down to third base. So he's a wild pitch away from coming in. No pitch, so it's still 0-2 on Luca Dincola. See if Luca can get an RBI here. Here's the pitch. Get it in on the hands, popped up in front of second base. Burkhoff makes the catch to retire the side. Not before the Collegians added 3 more to their total. 2 of those courtesy of a double from Cherokee LeBeau. Another from Brennan Nolte as he singled for his second hit of the ball game. Collegians finally pushed some runs across here in the 5th. They did it 4-0 as we head on to the bottom half from UC Health Park. Aaron Burkhoff will get his first chance at bat in this 5th inning. Came in for Nate Heffelbauer defensively last inning. First pitch, downstairs, ball 1. Zach Given goes back to work for Boulder. Why not? He's been great through 4. He's allowed a base runner in 3 of the 4 innings he's had. But they haven't done much against him other than put a couple guys on. Misses outside to Burkhoff, 2-0. Brant Toledo still loosening in the Collegian pen, so he ought to be ready to go, need be. Also a guy getting loose for Colorado Springs. 2-0 Burkhoff, fouls it off into the stands. And you know what? There's fans in these stands today. Not many of them, and they're all spread out. Only the immediate family of the players on the Colorado Springs side allowed to enter the gates of UC Health Park this afternoon. Fastball in for strike 2 against Burkhoff. Given's got him 2-2. The good news is, if you're a Collegians fan, you can see some live baseball very, very soon. 2-2 right back up the middle into center field and falls in front of Dean Cola, who picks it up with a bare hand. That's a base knock for Aaron Burkhoff. But starting the 23rd of June, that's Tuesday, you can come attend a Boulder Collegians baseball game at Scott Carpenter Park. We are so thrilled to be back at Scott Carpenter, our usual home. Not that we have not enjoyed Bigfoot Turf Field. It's a wonderful field up there, and we're so thankful for them hosting us. But it's always good to be home. 2-2 grounded foul out of play by Shaw. He takes his second at bat. Fly ball in the second for him. Now it's June 23rd. Social distancing will be enforced. Don't know if you have to wear a mask. I recommend bringing one. But there's a chance to see live baseball in the city of Boulder very soon. Time asked for at the plate by Mitchell Shaw. He'll step out. Oh, 1.
Oh.
Rope down the right field line. That's going to be a fair ball and a trouble into the corner. Let's see. They'll wave Burkhoff around. The throw's not going to get him, and they're not going to get Shaw either as he pulls into third. A triple from the bottom of the order, and Mitchell Shaw cuts this lead down to just 3 now for Boulder. So you add 3 in the top half of the inning, and how big are those runs now?
That may be it here.
And here comes Mark Goodman out of the third base dugout. And you said it, Trey. That may do it for Zach Given. Trying to get a look at who's up to the plate here. It's A.J. Carpenter. That's a left-handed hitter. I wonder if they'll leave Given in to face him. And that is indeed what they'll do. Goody could have said two things there to him. He could have said, hey, last batter, go get this guy, use up the rest in the tank, or, hey, settle down, you pitched great so far, just get through this inning for us. Either way, I don't know. But Zach Given going to try and go get the left-hander, A.J. Carpenter. Carpenter entered the ball game in the top half of the inning in center field. Now takes his first turn at bat. He's a second-year guy on this Colorado Springs team. Played for him last year. From Folsom Lake College. And fouls one back to the screen.
From Folsom Lake up in California, yeah.
Correct. And he had a pretty nice season there before things got shut down. Or rather, didn't really get it. He didn't really get a whole lot of chances to play. Got a couple hits for them before things were called off. Where he was really nice was here in Colorado Springs at Cheyenne Mountain High School, where he hit .329 and was quite a base stealer. Runs very well. Trying to drive in that run from third in Mitchell Shaw. 0-2. Comes the pitch from Given. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. They'll have to check down to first. The other Given, Jake, throws down, and there's the first out of the inning. Another strikeout on the ledger for Zach Given. His 6th of the day. That'll bring Toby Scholes to the plate, another lefty. And Gregory will be the first righty he faces if Gregory indeed strides into the on-deck circle. Scholes grounds one to first. It'll get the run in. Some trouble with it at first base, and the return throw and recovery in time. Nolte nearly muffed that one at first base, but he's able to recover nicely to get the out. But the run is in. The Collegians' lead has been cut in half in this bottom half of the inning, 4-2. They're going to leave Jake Given in. I'm proud of Zach Given. Jake will also stay in at catcher, of course. But Zach stays in at pitching despite the righty Gregory coming to the plate. The other thing to note, though, is Given fires in a strike. Gregory has struck out twice so far today against Given. 0-1. Swing and a miss.
Yeah, if he could finish him off here and finish the 5th, that'll work.
Given looking to put a nice end cap on his afternoon. Looking for the strikeout here. 0-2 pitch. Here it comes. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. 3 times up for Gregory, 3 times down via the strikeout, and a nice end to the evening for Zach Given. Solid performance on the mound for the Collegians. He goes 5, gives up 2. I imagine that will be it for him. But the Collegians feeling the strain a little bit there. They've got a close ball game on their hands, 4-2, looking to add some runs in the top of the 6th. Come on back to UC Health Park with us. Top of the order for the Collegians in the 6th inning. Third such time they've gotten the top to lead off an inning, which is good. And Roy Ball hits one on the ground, one hop to second. Rizdal's got it, throw to first. And Braden Royball is retired. Royball today, he's taken 8 at-bats. In 4 of them, he's only seen 1 pitch.
Yeah, he's got up there ready to hit, that's for sure.
Or be hit. He got drilled on the first pitch in one of his at-bats. He's gotten hit twice today. But he's also been on base 5 times. Here's Brady Rank, who takes a strike. Rank has hit the ball hard twice. Once was a single, once turned into a double play. Flagged down by the pitcher. He lined it up the middle. Takes one inside, 1-1. Soft rings outside. 2 balls and a strike. Toby Welty progressing into his 3rd inning. And while Welty's pitched, he's been up and down. He had a good 4th inning, and then the 5th inning, not so much. Ground ball to short. Nice diving stop made there. Throw to first, not in time.
It's a heck of a stop, but just that runner beat it out. But nice stop.
Yeah, Burkhoff dove to his left, flagged it down. But no chance to get Rank. That's Brady's 2nd hit of this ball game. Brings up Nick Arrivo. Arrivo still looking for hit number 1 today. That doesn't mean he's had a poor afternoon. He's been on base 4 times between the 2 games. Just they keep walking him. Also hit a ball hard to right that was right at the right fielder at the time, Alex Bates. Nick takes ball 1. Offering. Runner takes off, throw down, Rank in some trouble, and he is out at second base. Got a good jump, but that was a good throw behind the plate. Hats off to Riley Gregory, who nabs Brady Rank at second. So now with a 1-1 count, Nick Arrivo all of a sudden has nobody aboard and 2 away.
Well, maybe he'll get his hit yet.
And that would be the Collegians' luck today, that his 1 hit comes with nobody aboard. 1-1. Right on the outside corner for strike 2. I'd have to go back and look at the books, but it would not surprise me if Arrivo is on a hitting streak for the season. I think he's hit safely in every game, but I'd have to check. And with the amount he walks, that might not be true. 2-2. That one misses outside. You know what? I don't think he is, because technically he hit once yesterday. He pinch hit and struck out. 2-2. Comes inside. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Nope, he's still Nick Arrivo. I forgot. He got a 2nd at-bat yesterday and singled.
Oh, there you go.
So perhaps he is. We'll have to go back into the record books to check on that. Got a full count pitch coming up here from Welty. And Nick pops it up. Shallow right field. This one's swirling around a bit and it will fall. And Arrivo's going to motor around second and head for 3. This is going to be close. He slides in safe at third base. There's the aggressive base running of Nick Arrivo. That ball hung in the air forever. And by the time it came down, Nick was a few steps away from second, and you knew he was going to make the turn for 3.
And I think he keeps his hitting streak alive there.
He does indeed. The shortest triple he's probably ever hit. That one got caught in the breeze that's starting to blow a little bit, and I think it's even worse a little bit further up. And it just pulled to the right and in from right field. No one could get to it. John Sorensen looking for the much-needed insurance for the Collegians, as now they have a chance to get that with Arrivo at third base. Sorensen chops a breaking ball foul down the right field line. 0-1. Upstairs. Ball and a strike. You can hear that breeze just a little bit. It's not, well, compared to Greeley, it's nothing. 1-1. It's outside. 2 balls and 1 strike to John Sorensen. Sorensen 0 for 3 on the ledger for this game. A couple of ground outs and a fly out.
Yeah, he's definitely due for a hit. Be nice to not leave the guy at third.
2-1. Inside, 3 balls and a strike. Doug Blankenship would be next. Toby Walty trying to get through this 6th inning and hold the deficit to just 2. Payoff pitch to Sorensen. High, ball 4. John draws the walk and runners on the corners for Doug Blankenship. Now they'll conference at the hill, as you see there. It was interesting in that the pitcher engaged the conversation walking towards the plate. Normally you'll see the catcher jog out, but Jeremy Onken, the pitcher came in and said, hey, come out here and talk to me. Not sure what it was all about. Maybe figuring out how they're going to attack Doug Blankenship here. Onken trying to hold the deficit at just 2. Blankenship trying to do the opposite. Here's the pitch. Doug gets underneath one, flying it to right field. And there and right, making the catch is Dylan Martel to retire the side. So the lead stays at just 2 runs for the Collegians. They'll try and retain that lead in the bottom of the 6th. Big finish coming for this one, as we've got ourselves a ball game here in these last couple innings. Don't want to miss it. Stick around. We'll be right back. Brant Toledo has come on in the 6th inning for the Collegians. Toledo out of the bullpen, and the lanky right-hander delivers inside to Dylan Martel. Martel getting his first at-bat after coming in defensively for Alex Bates in the 4th inning. Or rather the 5th, pardon. It's 2-0. That one misses as well from Toledo. Brant's making his third appearance on the hill for the Collegians here in 2020. This is low this time, 3 balls and no strikes. First appearance out of the pen. He's started 2 games for Boulder. In fact, I think he started against the Outlaws. I'll have to double check.
And 4-pitch walk, that's not what you want.
Not ideal, as that brings the tying run and Justin Olson to the plate. Olson's got big time pop. He could theoretically send it out of this yard. He'd have to really get a hold of it. But he's just going to focus on getting on base. Olson lines one down the right field line, just foul. Brant Toledo did indeed start against these Colorado Springs Outlaws. He went 2 2/3 innings, gave up 2 hits, no earned runs, struck out 3.
That sounds pretty good.
Issue is he walked 5. But he got through it unscathed. We'll try and do the same here. He misses upstairs to Olson. The walks were Toledo's issue last year. Seems to have gained a little more velocity in this season and a little more control. Definitely seems to have more poise on the mound as well. And that just misses a breaking ball. He's tried to sneak back over the outside corner. It's 2-1. Interesting, in that game it was Toledo to Given. In this game we've got Given to Toledo. 2-1. Runner takes off, throw down. Got him at second base.
That is a huge out.
Jake Given throws out Dylan Martel. And, well, there's out number 1.
I think Toledo owes the catcher a drink or something. Because that's a big one. I mean, because, 3-1 on this guy if he walks.
Here comes that 3-1. And there's ball 4. So, yeah, keeps that tying run off base at the very least, though that tying run comes to the plate now in Jake Grieving.
I think we got a real short leash on Toledo here.
Just a matter of once Parks is ready. He hasn't been out there in the pen very long.
I know the one thing that drives Mark crazy is anybody walking people.
Oh, yeah. Mark, of course, the head coach, your son, he was the pitching coach for the Collegians last year, and I remember just being in the dugout and hearing, strikes, strikes, stop walking people. He's all about throwing strikes, and why not in a wood bat league like this? Guys aren't going to leave the yard. You let them hit it. Sometimes they'll get hits, but more often than not, they get themselves out. Fires one into Jake Grieving. By fired, I mean drops a slow hanging breaking ball.
Well, let them beat you versus you beating yourself is what it comes down to.
A 1 to Grieving. Ground ball back up the middle. Toledo's got it. Goes to second for 1. LeBeau on the return to first in time.
Excellent. And
Brant Toledo walks 2, but it doesn't matter. One gets caught stealing, and he records the double play, 1-6-3. That double play brought to you by Bigfoot Turf Farms. Need sod delivered for your ballpark project or your yard? And yearly maintenance? Yes, please. Bigfoot Turf Farm delivering all along the Front Range, including Boulder. So Brant Toledo works essentially a 1-2-3-6 inning. 7th inning coming up. Collegians trying to add a little more on before the bottom half when we come back. First pitch to Brennan Nolte in this 7th inning. Misses for ball 1. And here we go with the 7th and hopefully for the Collegians' final inning of this doubleheader. Nolte fouls off the 1-1. Count even. Boulder up 4-2. They scored 3 in the 5th and 1 in the 3rd. Colorado Springs got their 2 in the 5th inning as well. One's in the dirt. 2 balls and a strike, and we were talking between innings. Collegians could really use an extra run here, just make sure of things. Well, this is a good option at leadoff in Nolte. He's been on base 3 times. And it's one well to right. This is over the head of the right fielder. And Nolte's going to round first and head for second and wisely stay right there. Martel got kind of spun around a little bit out there and couldn't get to it. And Nolte has been on base 4 times in this game, 3 hits. And even if it doesn't matter how well you're hitting, Brennan, after that run to third yesterday, you're still going to hear it from us every time you hit one to right. But he has the double for the Collegians, and they've got a great chance to add another run with Jake Given coming to the plate. Given's 1 for 3. Infield hit in the 5th. Takes ball 1 downstairs. Onken's next delivery. Ground ball to first. Picked up by Olsen. He'll flip to Onken running towards the bag. Good timing there between those two. The PFP is paying off. There's the first out.
Well, here we sit with a runner at third again. Let's get this one in, huh?
And Nolte able to move up on the ground ball. Beg your pardon, we have a pitching change. Looks like it's Micah Brigard again. Indeed, we read the number correctly. Brigard pitched in the first game. You don't see that too often, where a guy comes into both games of a doubleheader. But it certainly is an option.
He must be one of their guys that's throwing strikes, and they're trying to hang in here.
1-0 on Given. Or rather, on Cherokee LeBeau. He fouls it off. Looking for more baseballs from the Outlaws. I think the umpire's out of them. And here we go again. 1-1 on LeBeau. Runner at third and 1 away. Collegians looking to add on to a 4-2 lead. The pitch. Breaking ball in for strike 2.
Hey, he's got to make some contact here. I mean, you're looking at the board where they got 10 hits. I think with left, 8 or 9 on already. You got to get a base hit here, or at least fly ball.
LeBeau had the big hit for the Collegians in the 5th inning. 2 RBI double. Put them up at the time 4-1. Or 4-0, pardon. That's in the dirt. 2-2. By the way, Brigard in the first game went 2 innings and struck 2 out, allowing no earned runs, and that may be why he is into this game. 2-2 pitch to Cherokee LeBeau. It's low. 3 balls and 2 strikes. And now for Cherokee, got to be patient here. You can't go after anything out of the zone. Get yourself out. Allow the guys behind you to do some work. He's been looking to get those big hits recently, and he did in the 5th, but got to be patient here. If you get something to hit, great. If not, let it go. Here's the 3-2. Ground ball up the middle. That will get the run home and into center field under the glove of Martel. It's a base knock for Cherokee LeBeau and his 3rd RBI of the game. He's 2 for 3, and it looks like he's broken out of his slump.
That couldn't come at a better time. Put that 5th run on the board in the last inning here.
So 5-2 Collegians now. And Luca Dincola to the plate. First pitch to Luca. Fastball in for a strike. Oh, 1. Gets away from the catcher, and up to second goes Cherokee LeBeau. There's a chance to even add more on with now another runner in scoring position. Dincola 0 for 2. He's walked. Still looking for that first big hit of the season for him. He had a double the other day, but just looking to find some consistency at the plate. One. High fly ball to right. Drifting into the corner. It's in and out of the glove of Dylan Martel. Martel has had a tough time out in right field. That's his first actual E9. But he's misplayed a couple of balls out there, and this time it cost the Outlaws 2 bases.
We've got our proverbial 2nd and 3rd for the Boulder Collegians.
Yeah,
We've seen that a lot today.
Normally for a team, you say, oh, 2nd and 3rd, they're feeling good. These guys are like, oh, not again. Try and make this one a happier ending. Braden Roybal comes to the plate. It's to really put this game on ice if he can come through. Figure a 5-run lead would pretty well do it for the Collegians. Parks coming in probably to close this game. 1-0 fouled off. Ball on the strike. Collegians will be back in action Tuesday, and I can't believe I'm saying this, but I'm happy I am, at Scott Carpenter Park. Of course, you can attend that ball game there at Scotty, but if you can't make it, we still got you covered. We'll have you on Mixlr for sure, perhaps YouTube there. We normally run YouTube, but don't want to say something that's not going to happen, so we'll be careful. 1-2. Swing and a miss. Royball's gone on strikes, and he's upset with himself as he walks back to the dugout. So Brady Rank, the man for the job to try and drive in these runs, not leave more runners on base. Rank's 2 for 4. Couple of singles. First pitch on the outside for strike 1. Very least for Rank, if you can draw a walk, it brings Nick Arrivo to the plate. But he's going to try and drive in these runs himself. 0-1. Well, won't be able to do that with the bat on his shoulders. He takes strike 2. That was right there. But that's why you have 3 strikes to work with. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Slow roller towards short, and it's off the glove of Burkhoff. Another error in the inning. 2 runs come in to score, and the Collegians lead it now 7-2.
Well, when you needed a break, that was the one to have.
Burkhoff charged that and just glanced right off his glove. I mean, it looked like a bullet in an action movie. It just sprayed right off of his glove. Knock it down at all. That was some interesting geometry right there.
That's a play makes 99 times out of 100. But
so after the E6 and the 2 RBIs, here's Nick Arrivo, and fouls one away. That's only the second error that's allowed a hit today for Colorado Springs, at least in this game, in the second game. They've had 2 other errors, but they were throwing to bases. Revo's 0-1 is fouled away. Down, no balls and 2 strikes. (0-2) on Nick Arrivo. Runner at first, 2 away. 7th inning for the Collegians. They put 3 across and are in the driver's seat here. Check down, see if he went. It's ball 1. I don't know, Trey. I always thought it was interesting. You check down with the single base umpire when he's not down the first base line.
Exactly.
How much better of an angle does he even have? Probably a worse one than the home plate umpire, to be honest. So Revo fouls this one away. It's 1-2. One, two. Line drive, one hop to second, and flipping to short is Rizdal. He'll just flip it to the bag for the out. Collegian strike for 3. They feeling good, 7-2. Trying to finish this one off when we come back. Isaac Park. Oh no, Brant Toledo going to come back out. Thought Parks might come in just to get some work, but not a save situation, so he'll stay put in the dugout. And Toledo will try and clean this one up when we come back. 7-2, the lead for Boulder. Brant Toledo on to wrap this one up from UC Health Park. Collegians up 7-2, bottom of the 7th inning. Toledo will start his second inning out with Justin Rizdal, who takes ball 1. Isaac Parks told me today, I'm pitching today. And, well, I can't wait to – I hope that he doesn't, not for his sake, but so I can tell him, come on, Isaac, don't give me false information like that. I want to go give him a hard time. So hopefully Brant goes 1-2-3. 1-1. Swing and a miss. Rizdal down 1-2.
Yeah, the key is just throw strikes. Right.
Brant has done that to this point, save for his first batter who he walked. But after that, he cleaned things. Oh, he walked 2. Never mind. He's done that here in this innings. He gets a ground ball to third. Throw in time. Nice play by John Sorensen.
Yep, nice way to start the 7th inning there.
Aaron Burkhoff coming to the plate, and well, Burkhoff a little bit in the doghouse. He's the reason that this game is as wide open as it is. And big E6 allowed 2 runs to score. Really put this one out of reach for Colorado Springs. Ball 1 misses high. Burkhoff does have a knock in the ball game in his one at bat. 2-0. May have lost our picture for just a moment. We apologize. We're back.
Wow, called out a ball.
That's also called a ball. It's 3 balls and no strikes.
Those have all been right around the plate.
3-0.
Huh.
Upstairs, that's ball 4. So Toledo gets the out 1 and then 4-pitch walk to follow. That brings Mitchell Shaw up to the plate for his third at bat. He tripled in the 5th.
I still think you might see how does it come in.
Things turn really sour. I imagine we will see Parks, who's loosening. Toledo hoping to avoid that. Perhaps a double play right here as he misses outside and high to Shaw.
I don't think I can get that finish back before the end of the game.
So we will be imageless, I am being told, for the rest of the ball game. The good news is it's the last inning of the second ball game. So, okay, we'll take it. 2-0 to Mitchell Shaw. I think that this is simulcast to YouTube and Mixer, calling it radio style anyway, so be all right. 2-0 delivery. Swing and a miss.
Here's a strike.
Shaw was looking for a fastball, and he got something else.
Yeah, that was a nice pitch.
2-run. Burkhoff, the runner at first. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss.
Excellent pitch.
Same deal as the last one, and again, Shaw unable to hit it.
Yeah, throw that.
Toledo looks in, checks his runner at first, and comes home with the 2-2. Shaw ropes one down the right field line. That's a fair ball.
Yep.
Round second, headed to third is Burkhoff. They'll wave him around. Shaw looking for his second triple, and he will pull in standing to third base. And an RBI for Mitchell Shaw. It's 7-3. Well, Shaw's done his job at the bottom of the order. 2 for 3 with 2 triples. Out of the 9-hole? Yes, please.
Yeah, it's got to hurt. You had 2 strikes on him.
Now A.J. Carpenter will come to bat. They have left Toledo in. Sure, he's on somewhat of a leash in this inning. As soon as this gets close, I think if Carpenter gets on, we may see the end of Toledo's evening. For now, he's got a chance to finish it here. First pitch to Carpenter. Starts him off with strike 1. That's good news. Carpenter 0 for 1, struck out in the 5th.
Yeah, you've got to get this guy, lefty-lefty.
0-1.
There you go.
Swing and a miss.
Toledo's got to own this guy right here.
Especially up 0-2. He's going to try and go get him.
Yeah.
Big right-hander delivers on 0-2. Carpenter fly ball to right. Roy Ball tracking it down. Makes the catch. Runner tags from third. Throw close, but in to score is Mitchell Shaw. Let's make this a 7-4 ball game.
Yeah, you can trade an out for a run at this point.
No, they'll certainly take that. Especially up 3. No problem there.
Yep.
Toledo's got a chance to finish this ball game off.
It's definitely nice putting that 3 spot up in the top of the 7th, or we would be in a different situation.
Oh, it would be in a very different situation. This game would be tied.
Yeah.
Toby Scholes, the batter. Scholes takes a strike. And, well, not only putting up the 3 spot, but that last error from Burkhoff looming really large, as this would be a 1-run ball game if not for that. Granted, I don't think Brant Toledo would have been out to pitch the 7th inning, but it's 0-2. And Brant worked in another.
When Toledo's throwing a strike, he's throwing a strike. I've noticed that,
0-2. Back through the legs of Toledo. Skips to second. Rink on the backhand throw. Not in time. Pulled Nolte off the bag. Would have been an excellent play from the second baseman had he been able to make it. But that was tough.
That's unfortunate. You had 2 perfect strikes.
And went right through the wickets of Toledo on the mound. And Rink tried to make a spectacular play to get the out. Comes Gregory now, Riley Gregory.
One strike away from being out, and that happens.
Gregory's got to focus on getting on base here as the tying runs on the on-deck circle. Gregory flies one high in the air to left. Arrivo tracking it, starts back, comes in, makes the catch. And that's the ball game. 7-4, the Collegians make it a little bit interesting in the 7th inning, but still take home the decisive victory and sweep the Colorado Springs Outlaws here at UCF Park. They're now 4-0 against Colorado Springs. Overall, the Outlaws dropped to 2-7 in league. The Collegians improved to 8-1. They're still atop the RMBL standings. Let's have a look at those RMBL standings for you before we get out of here as we get a look at them. And before we take a look at the standings, we want to say once again thank you very much to everyone who has donated to our what we're calling our tip jar. I wanted to say thank you to everyone. Thank you to Lance Roybal, Peter Ungaro, Rhett Sukor, Tasha Given, Larry Blankenship, Gina LeBeau, and Stephen Arrivo has donated again, donating $51 to top our highest donor by exactly $1. And,
nice job.
And he tells us, high bidder for the day. Stephen, thank you. But everyone who donated, thank you to you so much. We really do appreciate that. Thank you for supporting the Collegians and your Collegians broadcast crew. Now let's have a look at those standings.
Well, I believe they were 6-1 going into today with 2 wins, but you had 8-1, right?
They're up to 8-1 now. The Denver Cougars are playing right now, and I have their game pulled up. I will give you an idea of what their score looks like. But they're in second place, starting the day at 6-2, followed by the Rough Riders at 3-1. They haven't played a lot of league games just yet. The Game Day Saints at 5-3. Colorado Springs is next. They've struggled so far. And the Sox, Colorado Sox, who nearly won the league last year, are 1-5. They're having a tough start. Denver Pirates 1-7. Hayes Larks have not started play. Once again, we told you about them yesterday. Player tested positive for COVID-19. They're testing everybody else before they can start their season. Haven't heard any update from them just yet. We'll keep an eye on that.
I would say, though, 8-1 and 9-2 total, counting their 2 exhibition games. That's a start you'd love to have any year.
No, that's excellent. And that first exhibition game wasn't – they just played whoever. Yeah. It was a preseason game. They didn't really try in that game. So,
but, yeah, 8-1 in league.
No, you'll take that all day. Let's have a look at what the Denver Cougars are doing right now in this hunt for first. They are up 7-5 over the Rough Riders in the bottom of the 8th out at Bigfoot Sod Farm. You can keep up to date with them on Game Changer just like you would with your Collegians. But the Collegians sweep the Colorado Springs Outlaws today. They stay firmly atop the RMBL standings. And more so than that, they saw some excellent pitching. Zach Given getting a great start for the Collegians, as well as Shane Cavala making his Collegian debut and pitching a gem in the first game. That's good news for Boulder. More pitching, the better in these College Wood Bat leagues. And good pitching gets them 2 wins today. I
got to say, I appreciated you having me on for the 4 games, and I got 4 wins because I'll be leaving, so that'll be it.
Trey's headed back down to the Phoenix area. Trey, you sure you don't want to stay?
Yeah, I love the weather today, but got to get back to work.
You know, just for you, Trey. Before we get out of here, let's look at what the weather's looking like in Phoenix right now.
I'm sure it's not 68 and cloudy like it is here.
No. I'm going to go ahead and venture a guess that it's not. Oh, it's only 101.
Oh, that's actually not bad.
No, it's not bad. That's all right. Yeah. In fact, you'll get back tomorrow. It's only 103. So yeah. Phoenix is welcoming you back.
Yeah.
But no, Trey, thank you so much for joining us for these broadcasts. I know they made it a lot more interesting to listen to, so I appreciated having you on.
No worries. Thanks.
That'll just about do it for us here from UC Health Park. And so for everybody with the Collegians broadcast crew, our producer, engineer, Mitch Sanchez, making everything happen and making so you could see most of this game before the camera died. But we're sure glad to have him along. Helps you guys see the ball game rather than just hear it. My partner in the booth today, Trey Goodman. I'm Ethan Jordan saying so long. Collegians sweep the Outlaws. Man, I'm excited to say this. We'll see you again on Tuesday from Scott Carpenter Park. Good night.